Jordan Henderson is being linked to Chelsea. Let's discuss that in this video. More to that, Christensen at Barcelona, he could be on the move yet again. There is quite a bit that we can discuss around that. I'm also telling you about Raheem Sterling and his newfound craze around the free kicks. We're going to be discussing that, as well as, of course, a birthday for one of the biggest legends as far as Chelsea Football Club is concerned. We're going to be talking about that at the end of this video. So hey, my name is Desire Derek Ford Mugomisa. This is Mugomisa Talks Chelsea. Thank you for joining me. Let's get into it. Jordan Henderson, remember him, right? A guy who was at Sunderland, bought for crazy money, at least that's what we said when Liverpool got him. He flopped for a season or two and then caught on and became one of the biggest players that Liverpool have had in recent history. So much so, he is the legendary captain that won that Premier League title with them after, what was that, 30 years or something like that, and pretty much been the guy who led them through their most successful part of their recent history. Of course, over the summer, he went out and by doing that, he shocked the rest of the world when he decided to go out and be a part of the team that is Al Ettifaq down in, Qatar? Yeah, out in Saudi Arabia, right? I think so, yeah. Anyways, he went out there. Everything is not going on so well. People are talking about the 1,000 or so fans that he plays in front of, the weather, and of course the poor results that are coming their way, along with, of course, the Liverpool legend that is Steven Gerrard. Now, there are stories that are going on. 2 days ago, Sky Sports News did report on the on how desperate Jordan Henderson is to return to English football. We shall remember that he has also gotten to make the England squad for the next internationals, which has been a surprise to so many. But yeah, he still has got it, I guess. But here is a couple of things that I would love for us to see, if at all you missed these headlines. And Chelsea could move for the unhappy Jordan Henderson, which would increase the likelihood of Conor Gallagher moving on. Henderson is desperate to get back to the Premier League. The source on this story is Football London. Now, of course, that story has been going around for a couple of days, and Mauricio Pochettino yesterday, after our game against Preston, was asked about Henderson, and this is what he had to say to the press in case you missed it. We didn't talk about names at the moment. We are not talking about players. I saw Bedard with Paul and Lawrence. I think tomorrow we are going to have a chat. We didn't talk about names or players for now. We are focusing on players like Andre Santos. So here's one thing. One thing we would say is that he's being political around the answer or anything and stuff like that, Mauricio Pochettino. But with our kind of structure at Chelsea, I do not think we can easily, write it off as him being political or anything. He's only but a head coach. He has no idea which players they will bring in. Many a time, he's going to advise and say, you know what, I need a midfielder who has this kind of thing and that kind of thing and whatever else can get to come through with that. And then maybe they will come up with names. Maybe they will suggest them to him, or they will just bring them into the club, and he will find a way of getting to use them. Well, of course, I have my problems. But if you've been watching my videos, I've had that explanation so much on why I don't think Pochettino is the right man for us, and I will not be dwelling on that. However, the story of Jordan Henderson at Chelsea Football Club. Now, for me, I'm going to be like the sporting directors, or I'm going to be like, Mauricio Pochettino, who says this is a challenge that we do have, and yeah, if they come up with a name and Henderson fits that, well and good. One thing is for sure, throughout the team, maybe the core of the team, we need experience getting to come through at this club. It might not be in the goalkeeping department and all of that, but if we can look at the central defensive area, I think the oldest person outside Thiago Silva could be Disasi, who who is 25 coming to 26 or thereabouts, and all of that. He's also not our best or most consistent performer, Disasi, so you really see that if you're going to be bringing in a centre-back, they better be bringing in something different, something with a bit of experience, leadership at the top level, or have been around for quite a while to lead the rest of the department and all of that. Because again, you do not know how long Thiago Silva is going to be around. The midfield is also very, very young, and one of the things that we've seen across the season so far, we've had so many hints of a lack of leadership, especially on the pitch. When we've gotten into play, sometimes you felt like, well, we've seen our captain being advised by Thiago Silva, which is expected and all of that, but on the pitch and all of those kinds of things, it doesn't exactly make for a good view. We've seen the red cards that the captain and his vice captain, because one vice captain decided to get injured. He didn't decide, my bad. But yes, has been injured for the longest time. So a lack of leadership. We need players who are more mature, who are more experienced, who have character in terms of leading groups and just calling for the best performances at all times. It feels like many a time Chelsea players do get to slump in moments of the game, and no one is there to pick each other up with the experience that is required to lead a team like this to success. So yes, if Jordan Henderson is the name that gets thrown into that experienced player, been there, done that kind of player, I'm welcoming him to Chelsea Football Club, but I hope it's not at the expense of Conor Gallagher. Actually, someone on the timeline was pointing out something which is quite interesting. So we want to lose a Conor Gallagher who has led the team and been a captain a couple of times this season, who is 23 years of age, and bringing in a 33-year-old who has been a past captain and all of that. Yeah, I see that. I hear that. I don't want to lose Conor Gallagher, that is for sure. If we really, really, really have to lose him, I hope we are losing him abroad. That I have also gotten to share before. But I don't think because Conor Gallagher has captained us a couple of times, we shouldn't be bringing in a Jordan Henderson if that's who they really are bringing in, simply because, he has captained us a couple of times. And yet, no, I don't think it's a very important aspect that Conor Gallagher has captained us that in this run. But I think the need for experience, the need for people who have been there, done that, the need for leadership in this squad is much bigger than that. And if someone like that can get to bring it to the club, well and good. I'm good to go as far as that is concerned. And even up front, I think we need, again, for me, for this January, I think we've done a whole lot of buying the young players and all of that. We're buying so many more for the academy, lower even, and stuff like that. This window, in my opinion, should be one where we are dealing with names. By Pochettino saying they've not dealt with names or that shows you that there will be business in January. That's why they are meeting and all of that. So that's a hint for us to see. But over and above, we are also stating that we've had the kids come in, now we need the experienced players that can make these kids work. And I think that should be the business for Chelsea in this winter transfer window. So we'll watch that and see how that is going. Let's get to move on to the next story. Barcelona are considering putting Christensen on the market. He's not a starter. And with Shadi Riyad arriving, he's an asset Barca could cash in on. Now the question on this one is, could it be in January or could it be later? We're really reporting on this because this is a player that was at Chelsea Football Club, jumped ship at the time that he did and said what he said and all of those kinds of things. I'm not so sure there's so many Chelsea fans that are keen on Christensen coming back to Chelsea Football Club. I do not think he would be a starter at Chelsea today. So I don't know. I wouldn't want him at Chelsea. But it's quite interesting what these players get to go through. So yeah, he leaves Chelsea the way he did and all of that. He had become one of the mainstays at the club, and I'd want to think that any manager that was coming in was always going to be building on to the consistency that was in the squad. Maybe he would be a starter at Chelsea Football Club and all of that. He moved on, and now it's looking like he won't be. What they have there is a Jules Koundé, there's a Ronald Araujo, who are, I think, the starting centre-backs really. So Christensen hasn't been there to start games and all of that. I think behind those two there is Inigo Martinez. I don't see Christensen playing before Inigo Martinez. Now Riyad is coming through as well. Yeah, the game time is not going to be there, and he has already expressed, you know, a need to play games. He's one of the most consistent defenders for them because, well, he hardly gets injured. This guy is always available and all of that, so he keeps coming in here and there. But he's not happy with the role player kind of thing he has going on at Barcelona. So that is quite the story. Very interesting stuff going on over there. We'll be moving on from that and talking something that seems to be a new thing for us. 7 goals have been scored by this gentleman. 2 of them have been free kicks. Raheem Sterling, and there's this post on the Chelsea Twitter, X, delicate, effortless quality. Raheem Sterling once again scoring off of a free kick, beautiful to watch and all of that. I hope you watched the game. If you didn't, look out for those highlights. You'll see that free kick fully. And of course, our people at Infinite Athlete coming through, of course, with the stats. Please note, this is nothing to say, oh, it is the fastest free kick that has ever been scored or anything, but Sterling's free kick was clocked at 90.2 kilometers per hour from 23 meters, according to Infinite Athlete in game app right there. So yeah, 90.2. It's not the quickest of free kicks, honestly. It was more about its placement, its direction, and just putting it out of the reach of the goalkeeper, so much so that he doesn't even get to move much. He probably also sees the ball quite late and all of that. But yes, I love that we're having these, of course, statistics getting to come through for our games and all of that. I'm sure now the team has a whole lot more to work with, and I think that is one of the positive footnotes that the management or the leadership of Todd Boehly and Clear Lake Capital, who are our new owners, have brought together to the club. And yeah, these things do not happen by luck, and Colwell was speaking on Raheem Sterling's 2 free kick goals already this season. He came out to state Raheem normally practices free kicks the day before a game, and he always scores. I think he scored 2 now, Newcastle, and then today. So from that position, he's a specialist at free kicks. For me, this makes me especially happy because we've not threatened at free kicks for quite a minute, have we? I think the last time we were threatening at free kicks was when we had Alonso and he had managed to be on the pitch, and it was a little bit towards the right of the pitch so he could get to smack it with his left foot. I think we were quite dangerous there. Then there was a time when we had Willian. There was a time when we had Lampard. Matter of fact, I would love to hear from you. Who's the best free kick taker for you for the time you supported Chelsea? Or what you've read and stuff like that you've seen at Chelsea. Let's use the comment section. The comment section below. Please go ahead and tell me who your favorite free kick takers are at Chelsea so far. But yeah, Raheem Sterling looks like if he continues this way, he will be making some lists very, very soon. I don't expect anyone in the comment section to be telling us Raheem Sterling is one of his favorite. But hey, I'm not gonna gag you. Let me know. As we wind this one up, let's say happy birthday to a legend of Chelsea Football Club, and for me, a legend of the club that joined the club as I watched and left when I didn't want him to go. Well, honestly, I wanted him to go. I did this video here, my tribute to Eden Hazard getting to retire. And when you watch till the end, you'll see my biggest regret about Eden Hazard and Chelsea. So it will be in there. But yeah, happy birthday, Eden Hazard. And yeah, already retired and enjoying your life from the last interview we had. So keep it going. And thank you so much for everything you offered the club. That is if you watch this video any day. But hey, Chelsea fans, let me know your favorite goal by Eden Hazard right below in the comment section. We'll keep those conversations going right here. My name is Desire Derek Ford Mugumisa, and I am still here reminding you that I need you to like this video, please. It helps me so much. That like alone, that you just go down here and click and like, enables this video to go to as many faces as possible, which means we will have as many views as possible, and the algorithm will keep suggesting our content to different viewers. So please, like, all I ask of you, like. And yes, subscribe to the channel. A big percentage, more than 92% of you are watching this content and not subscribing and not turning on the notification bell, so please do as well, so we are able to continue growing this community. Until our next video, keep the blue flag flying high, friends.